It's time for Truth or Fake. We're joined in studio by Catalina Marchand de Abro in today's edition of viral video allegedly showing Israeli commandos landing in Lebanon. Tell us more about that, Catalina.
That's right, Sharon. This viral video has been seen over 1 million times on X since it was posted on September 30th, where this user and others claim Israel's deadly commandos have landed in Lebanon. So let's take a look at this viral video where we begin by seeing what seems to be a scene of panic outside this store. You could actually hear bullets in the background as it seems that someone's filming in their phone this scene of chaos while this military cargo plane is flying over them. Close to minute 1 in the video, if we fast forward it a bit, you could start seeing where this cargo plane drops dozens of what these users claim that are allegedly Israeli deadly commandos allegedly landing in Lebanon.
What does the video really show then, Catalina?
Well, Sharon, this video is actually misleading. It actually depicts a real situation. However, it's in Gaza and not in Lebanon. Based on findings, what this video really shows is aid being dropped by cargo planes straight into Gaza City. Here are a couple of our search results to prove it. The Guardian published this video on March 9th, 2024, with the title that reads, Gaza aid packages plummet to ground after parachute fails to deploy. And then this video was also published by DW News on the same day, on March 9th, 2024, where they further explain that Gaza authorities say that at least 5 people were killed after a parachute attached to one of the pallet of aid actually failed to open. So an incident, they say, that underscores the difficulty of getting food to people as a famine looms in Gaza. So a real video, older video from Gaza, here used to confuse users on the ongoing reality in Lebanon right now and regarding this Israeli ground invasion. Sure.
And what more have you been finding out then about the Israeli ground invasion in Lebanon?
Well, the actual progress of Israel's ground invasion in Lebanon is actually unclear. The Israeli Defense Forces announced on their social media accounts this Tuesday that they began what they describe as a limited, localized and targeted ground raids aimed at Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. However, in a second post on Telegram on the same day, they continue to say that these ground raids did not only begin today, but they've been conducting these raids since the beginning of the war in October 7th. More specifically, they say since the beginning of the war, IDF has carried out dozens of targeted operations near the border in southern Lebanon to dismantle Hezbollah compounds and weapons. And many of the videos that we see circulating today regarding this ground invasion don't actually show these recent military operations, but instead show older cross-border operations that took place over the past few months. For instance, this clip that we're showing right here, where the IDF shows strikes in south of Nakora at the border. Based on a PlanetScope satellite imagery here, these strikes actually took place in early January, according to Bellingcat journalist Jake Gooden. Here you could already see in the satellite imagery, damage already done on September 9th. Same thing goes for this video that we're going to show that's been widely published, where the IDF shows underground infrastructure located inside a house in Mace El Jabal. So according to Bellingcat's Jake Gooding, this video actually took place sometime in February, he says. The house is present in satellite imagery between February 13th and then disappears on February 22nd. So this house was attacked sometime between February 13th and 22nd. And here's the most recent satellite imagery of this area on September 29th, where you can see that the house has already been destroyed on September 29th before today's announcement. So images of Israeli targets, raids, ground invasions, whatever you want to call it, that have been ongoing since the war began on October. Images that are not necessarily linked to the IDF's most recent publication or announcement on these raids from October 1st. Therefore, as you can see, the scope and ambition of Israel's ground operation is not immediately clear, since, however, it all indicates that a more important ground operation is drawing closer and closer.
Catalina, thank you so much for that. That's Catalina Marchand de Abro joining us with tonight's edition of Truth or Fake. Well, do stay with us. We'll be right back with more world news.
They